Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Demonslayer. My God, guys. This show is doing so many things right, and I can't be any more happier that they're going in this direction. Not only are they showing us just, how ridiculously strong and crazy some of these people are within this higher rank echelon of Demon Slayers, but at the same time, they give us just how much personality these characters actually have in the case of they're pretty out there, they're pretty nuts, and I don't really see anything necessarily too bad about them because as a show, you kind of want people to be able to, see what you're trying to lay down, and then once you lay it down, you give us a good understanding as to why these characters are like this. And it feels like we're gonna get those reasonings relatively sooner or later, and that's always a good sign to come because not only will we know, just what the heck they were planning with these characters through their quirkiness, through their un undoubtedly different personalities and stuff like that. So it comes from a place where we see someone who's one way, and then the next person's the complete opposite, the next person's complete opposite. You know what I mean? Like they just kept plucking personalities out of the woodworks and just plugging them in every one of these characters. We have the flamboyant one who literally says flamboyant every single freaking time he says anything. Um, we have Forgetful Me, which by his name, he is very forgetful. He's like, oh, whatever you guys pick on the trial, I don't care because I'll probably forget anyways. We got Miss, the most beautifulest, attractivest woman out of them all. And not only is she attractive and all that, she's definitely one of the more, what was I gonna say? She's more optimistic and she's willing to look at what's been presented for all of the pieces to fall in place. So she's definitely someone that we want on our side unless we see her true dark side down the road and she has some craziness going on with her because there's got to be something willing to talk about when it comes down to their personalities is enough of a talking point, but then you look at how the insect girl and the water guy actually fight, and you're like, wait a minute. If any of these people are better than the insect person or our homeboy, the water guy, we are looking at some absolutely killers. Okay, so it doesn't feel like that because those two were sitting next to seat by seat, right next to the master. And I think that's probably one of the most highest praising positions they could probably achieve. So it kind of tells you that maybe they aren't, maybe there isn't anyone better than them, or maybe there is, and just being in his presence at that time just meant that whatever area they usually are at, that the master was there or something along those lines, because as we can see, he's like blind and God, Gara's broken. Blind and excuse me, he has the two girls kind of show him around, and then it would make sense that at least, whenever the master leaves or goes to somewhere different, because this place looked kind of different from where they were sent, unless this is literally where they were sent from, and then they wound up just coming back as quickly as they arrived to the area that they needed to help all these demon slayers out. I'm not fully sure, but I'm guessing we'll know soon enough, maybe, or maybe it's just not even that important of a detail. So we'll see what they do with that. Other than that, though, man, they are out there in the case of like feeling some type of power. Like they feel so in your face with how they flaunt their power. It's actually ridiculous. So I'm super interested in seeing just where that ends up going for them and if they do continuously kind of push the envelope with these characters somehow, some shape. And I know everybody in the comment section, if you have something to say about these characters, the thing you should be saying is screw that guy with all the scars. Screw that guy. He is trash. He is doo-doo. Not only did he attack an innocent Nesco while she was all nuzzed up and cozy in her box, this man attacks her like 4 times in this 1 week's episode, and every time he attacked her, it takes that much more energy for her to need to sleep. It takes that much more energy for her to need to regenerate. All these different things are going to put her into a heavy, hard sleep just because this guy wants to try to prove a point that she's going to attack at any given time. But just like as the master says, we can't prove she won't attack anybody, even though she hasn't attacked anybody for 2 years. And you guys can't prove that she will attack somebody for the rest of her life until it actually happens, or if it doesn't happen. So boom, bam. It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter though. We give the box to the lunatic, or at least he just reclaims the box yet again and starts poking holes in it. And then not only does he poke his holes in it, he then cuts himself to drop blood on a demon who, if they are around blood, they automatically should just start losing their mind. Uh, I guess saying just blood in general is not a good representation. When they are bound unique and human blood, they usually are like, okay, I really want to eat, and why not eat now? Because it's right here in my face. She's literally getting blood dripped on the back of her hand and all different places, but I'm not sure if they actually have seen her and how she's, being taken care of. But there's no way for her to actually taste this blood unless, it like dilutes or like starts going through her skin or something. But she has no way to try it. She has a bamboo in her mouth, so that kind of gave me the feeling that they hadn't really like seen her appearance besides the person that was trying to hunt her down when she had to turn small and whatnot. Dang, he did it back to me after I made a video on it. That's messed up. But regardless of that, it was still pretty awesome to see where this show was going as a whole because not only did we understand a lot more about these people that are, supposedly the higher ups and just what they're capable of. It's nice to see an understanding with all of it because as of now, a lot of people probably didn't even know these people existed, right? And to give us such a colorful, like, meeting of them, I really, really do appreciate that. I mean, it's not every show that kind of gives you the personality of the higher ups so easily. I think Bleach is a good example of that. Hold on. Excuse me. Um, the reason why I say Bleach is a good example of not showing everybody's personality is because we had a moment where we saw them all at one point, like together, and no one really talked or anything because of the presence of the captain and the respect that they have. So, seeing all these people as kids and not really adding, they add whatever to the conversation, but it gets snuffed out. Like the things they were saying was getting just overruled by the master by him putting a finger on his mouth and that was it. He didn't have to say anything else. And I really like that aspect of the master's character Not not only did he do that, whoa, where's my other teammate? What the heck? He really showed us that regardless of what you kind of put out there, or like regardless of what you're trying to get across to him, there's something he's already said and it should be taken seriously. And if you're not going to take it seriously, you better have a pretty good reason why you believe he's wrong. And in this case, having every single demon slayer working towards one goal of slaying demons and then trying to bring one demon in, it just hurts the overall cause of everything. So I think that's a good explanation why these other demon slayers are so at arms with him and mad that he's even considering putting a demon in the demon core to protect humans. But just like how they said they have no evidence of her doing bad, and we have no evidence that she's gonna do bad, they had to trust it, and they're not. Supposedly, like they're just gonna go out of their way, attack her, and figure out any given weakness or something that they can do all this. But with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening. I apologize for coughing in your guys' ear. I'm definitely coming down with something, and it's early. It's like 10 o'clock. I usually don't wake up around 8 o'clock and already have all my anime watched and ready to go. So I'm gonna try to sound a little bit better in my other video. I'm gonna drink some water, get some tea or something as well, try to soothe my throat. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support and everything overall. You guys are amazing. I hope to bring you guys content daily that you guys can enjoy, or at least have more questions and give me more answers too if I ask questions myself. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I can't wait to talk to you in the next one. So with all that being said, have an awesome day, night, evening, and I will talk to you later. Peace.